Friday night, July the 25th, that's this Friday night. Championship Wrestling returning here to Albany at the Washington Avenue Armory, and scheduled to be on hand, Manuel Soto. Also scheduled to be on the card, Pete Sanchez. Pete Sanchez squaring off against George the Animal Steele. What a match that's going to be. Also scheduled to be on hand, four of the mighty midget wrestlers of the world as they compete in a tag team match. But speaking of tag team matches, there's going to be a Wallapalooza coming your way this Friday night as the Blackjacks, Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza, the most powerful tag team combination in the world today, take on Irish Pat Barrett and Dominic DeNucci, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. There you have just a few of the matches headed your way to the Albany, Washington Avenue Armory here in Albany this Friday night. But right now, let's bring on the Grand Wizard of Wrestling and the Animal George Steele.
You know, McMahon, Pete Sanchez has been accused of many things by many people. But the one thing that Sanchez has never been accused of is being overly bright. Now, this is obvious. Where Pete Sanchez ever got the delusions of grandeur, thinking that he could get in the same ring with Mr. George Steele, I'll never know. But right now, McMahon and all you lucky viewers, it's your pleasure to cast your eyes upon the man who is going to conquer, maul, defeat Mr. Pete Sanchez. Here he is, you lucky people, Mr. George Steele.
Sanchez, you've got to be a sickie, Daddy-O. You've got to be a sickie to accept a match like this. You know what you are. You're a stepping stone. I'm going to walk on you. I'm going to walk to my next match over your body. You're sick. You're deluded. With brains, you've got none. And now you're eliminated.
George the Animal Steele against Pete Sanchez this Friday night. Just one of the great matches here in Albany. But right now, let's bring on the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Dominic DeNucci and Irish Pat Barrett. Fellas, you couldn't pick a more awesome tag team combination in your first title defense here in Albany than you picked this Friday night against the Blackjacks.
We couldn't pick a better time, and better city, and better men to wrestle. And believe me, but like I said, and I don't want to repeat myself, but we're in a great shape, and believe me, we're going to do the best we can because we're going to hang on to this belt.
I know you're going to be doing everything you possibly can, and Pat, one of the factors that might be in the match this Friday night is the fact that Lou Albano, the captain, now representing the Blackjacks, could possibly interfere in this match.
Well, it sounds like it might be a Donnybrook. We don't care about the captain. We have our strategy mapped out. We've won a lot of matches together, and Lou Albano, he can do whatever he likes. We'll be watching him. We'll be watching them. Dominic's going to set them up, and I'll use the Irish cannonball on them. And once I do that, I don't care how big they are or who's there. They've had it.
No doubt about that. We've seen that Irish cannonball. It is extraordinary in every sense of the word. But, again, you fellows taking on extraordinary competition in the Blackjacks this Friday night. It's going to be something to see, no doubt about that. And as you said, you couldn't pick a rougher tag team opponents.
Yes, of course, we do have respect because they're a big man. They're good wrestlers, yes. But now we're the champion. I think we're a little better.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry to say that, but I think so. We're a little better now.
Well, we'll see this Friday night.
Thank you very much.
Pat Barrett, Dominic DeNucci, and your wrestling fans can see them in action together for the very first time this Friday night as they defend their Worldwide Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship against Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza. Right now, let's bring on the Blackjacks along with the captain.
This is a ridiculous situation. I now have a petition up before Willie Gilzenberg, president of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, protesting this match. I feel we're going to be victorious. We're going to win the match, but it's going to be perhaps a little more difficult.
Why is that, Mr.
I will tell you why. Because I more or less, I shouldn't say respect because I despise the man, but I've watched his Pat Barrett throughout the country, and I have to say the man is a very capable, a great wrestler. He was an Olympic champ, as you do know. He represented the United States in Melbourne, Australia, won the Olympics and in the heavyweight class, and therefore it's going to be a tough time, but I know we're going to be victorious because I have the greatest wrestlers in the world today. I have Blackjack Lanza and Blackjack Mulligan weighing 309 pounds and 293 pounds, I should say. Therefore, their size, ability, speed, stamina, strength, and go-behind takedown power, and their perfection of the suplex hold and the claw. There you go. Do it again, baby. Do it again. Will, in the end, come out on top. But I am going to make this statement. Okay, there you go. That's it. I am going to make this statement at this time. I am more or less depressed and upset about the fact that they took out Victor Rivera. This was bad enough, and they shoved in this Pat Barrett. I believe they use this as a strategy. I know I've had a going feud with Pat Barrett now for quite some time. They're using this as a pressure point. We're still going to beat him. We're still going to destroy him. But this
Don't
time,
miss the tag
I'm
team
going to hurt him,
championship
baby.
match this
I'm going
Friday
to
night
hurt
in
him.
Albany.
I'm going to be there.